Oh, good. You're here.
Get away from me!
Welcome to the SDCD Episode 3. This week we watched Horsegirl, starring Alison Brie, or Alison Cheese as I like to call her. One of 10 actresses to ever win a Gilly. What's a Gilly? That would be an honorary award given to Matt Gill's top 10 actresses. I'll have you know that being on any top 10 Gill list is a highly sought after prize. Although I didn't love the movie, it was nice seeing someone that's lost it a little more than I have after only 3 weeks of quarantine. If this movie wasn't even on your radar, you could thank a friend of mine named Rachel Hanstein. Her recommendation came in the form of a spoiler, or I guess maybe an interpretation. She told me the movie was about a person suffering from schizophrenia.
Oh.
Rachel has a pretty good understanding of mental health problems, so it's really interesting to hear that response from her. And of course, she makes a valid argument. She certainly exhibits more than a few symptoms. Stop if any of this sounds familiar. Delusions, hallucinations, trouble sleeping, disorganized speech patterns. Get the help you need. Like Rachel, I've always had an interest in mental health, and more specifically schizophrenia. In college, I did a little bit of research on it in my ever-expanding quest to figure out just what the hell is wrong with me. From the very opening scene, I was biased by thinking this would be a descent into worsening schizophrenia. The idea was only compounded by the opening being about heredity. Experts aren't entirely sure what causes schizophrenia, but they do know for a fact that there are some hereditary elements. It's worth noting that the opening scene does involve some sort of weird visual indication of time travel, which opens the door for other interpretations of the movie, but more on that in a bit. To be fair, for those of you that never picked up on the schizophrenia interpretation, I don't think the movie ever even explicitly references the illness. I do wonder what I would have thought had I gone in blind. I think having that biased information might have had some effect on my enjoyment of the film. The ending specifically made zero sense to me, and I actually kind of thought it ruined the movie. So when some of you guys started giving your interpretation, I was super confused. Some, like a good friend of mine whose online name is Death by Deker, embraced the madness and came at us strong with an awesome in-depth theory, like this one. At the end, to me, she's sent back to 1965. Then, as she tells everyone she's from the future, she's made out to be crazy. My question is about the mom. Was she Sarah's mom or Sarah's daughter? Which is really a question of how Sarah was born. Aliens or the mom? Oh god, guys, I think we lost Dave. But seriously, he's absolutely correct. There's enough there to trust Alison Cheese as a reliable narrator should you choose to. The best example of this is what Austin Mueller likes to call the horse butt time travel interpretation, which sounds like some crazy quantum physics thing. At the beginning of the movie, Joan spots a horse butt walking just out of frame. Then at the end, Alison Cheese walks by her old workplace with her horse, and Joan again sees the horse butt. If Joan never had the illness, then how would she have seen the horse butt earlier? Bam! Time travel. My problem with this interpretation is that there are relatively few horse butt time travel moments, and they all occur at the end of the movie. For me, it seemed like some half-assed attempt to try to make an ambiguous ending. While in practice I'm a fan of ambiguous endings, I feel as though sometimes the choice to pursue them kind of ruins films just to be artsy. Keep in mind that this is coming from someone that's biased, due to my closeness with the disease.
Everyone is wrong. Everyone is wrong but you. Everyone is wrong but you.
But don't let me have the last word. Let me know if you like the ending in the comments, or if I missed anything that better illustrates the horsebutt time travel interpretation. If you're asking yourself who the hell is choosing these movies, then you're in luck. This week we sent out a poll asking everyone to vote on a few movies selected by all of you guys. Drumroll please! My favorite thing about this poll was that I didn't even know you guys could write in options. Then, in the late hours of last night, I was surprised by a fourth option in Kindergarten Cop submitted by Naquan Crank. Although that was a mistake, I don't really see a problem with you guys writing in options, so we're just gonna keep doing it. Remember when I said I was gonna look into more watch party streaming options last week?
I lied.
For you extroverts, the difficulty is sitting in all day, but because of this virus, I, an introvert, am being pulled in every different direction at the same time. Please bear with me as I navigate this process. So this week, watch The Lobster. stay safe, stay healthy, and hopefully, I'll see you next week.